Welcome back into the den for episode 11. Can't believe we've made it to 11 of my brush review series, Frank's G9. Man, I've had this brush a couple of months. When I first got it, I wasn't all that impressed with it. I've used it countless times, and since I first started using it, I have really come to love the fibers in this brush. Frank has been making knots. The G1 came out in 2004. That's a G1 right there. A lot of us are familiar with the G5 and the G7. And then there's the G8, which I've already reviewed. I will eventually make it to the 5 and the 7 for those who are curious. But one thing that Frank has been doing, I haven't tried all of his fibers. I've missed the 2, the 3, and the 4. But one thing that he has done without exception is improve the fibers every single time. And it's the kind of thing that it makes you look forward to the next one, which will be the G10. Currently though, this has only been on the market a couple of months. It had only been out a few weeks when I bought mine. I bought it off of AliExpress for $39.99. Let's get into this. If you're curious about the format and how I've structured this, that is completely laid out in episode 1, which was the Frank's G8. In the Hendrix Classic Cinco handle, and then I talked about it a little bit more in episode 2. We're going to dive right into it. So what we have here is a 52 millimeter loft and a 26 millimeter diameter. For soft tips, I'm giving this a 6. It feels great on the face. 5 being average, 10 being the softest thing ever, 1 being, hard as a rock, like you're using a brick on your face. So a 6, a little softer than average. Face feel, I'm giving it an average. It's a 5 on face feel. 6 for the tips, 5 for face feel. And that's when you get it splayed out on the cheek like so. The inside of the fibers, what they feel like. And the bristles on this are beautiful. It looks almost exactly like a finest badger. Backbone, 10 being like the most backbone physically possible. 1 being nothing, 5 being average. A 7.5. I wanted to give it a 7, but it's a little more than a 7. Ease of splay. So that's the springiness of when you actually get it splayed, how much pressure it gives back. I'm giving it a 4. 1 being like a lot of resistance. 10 would be it's super easy to splay. So we're looking at ease of splay. So the higher it is, the easier it is to splay. So a 4 is a little less than average. I'm giving a 7.5 for backbone. That's the actual right there. And then when you get it down, how much is it pushing against you? A 4. Flow. This is a damn near Goldilocks, but a little bit better. I'm giving it a 6 on flow through. That's how easily it's letting loose of the water, the soap, and doesn't hog. A 5 being average. This does a little better than average. I feel like when I'm using it, that I have no problem getting the soap onto the face and out of the brush. And then retention. Retention is how well does it hold it? Is it messy? Like when you're using it, does it cause a mess, right? And I truly still believe that we can have the best of both worlds. That you can have a fiber, a synthetic fiber. One of the things that badgers do really well, especially high-end badgers, is they allow stuff to flow through when they're packed correctly and you're using the right fiber, but then at the same time they're not messy. And that's one of the things I really like about high-end badger brushes, is that you don't get stuff all over the bathroom. And with this, it does a great job of retention. So flow through, I've given it a 6, and I'm also giving it a 6 on retention. When it comes to flow through and retention, this is doing a little better than average. Value. So like I said, I paid $40 with this. One cool thing, if you buy directly from Frank's Shaving, or if you buy from Frank through AliExpress, Ming, that is the owner of Frank's Shaving, he always includes an additional brush. So we're going to kind of give that like half a point, right? Because you're paying for what you're buying, but it is an added value that he throws in an additional brush. So for value, I'm giving it a 7. For $40, I feel like you're getting your money's worth. 5 being, you feel like you've gotten a fair deal. 10 being the best, value ever. 7. I feel like I got every penny's worth out of this brush. It's going to last a lifetime. I haven't lost any fibers, and I'm very happy with my purchase of this brush. It's the Frank's G9. AliExpress, $39.99 is what I paid for it, or you can buy it directly through Frank. I will have a link in the description below to Frank's website and to AliExpress. It's a little big things, my friends. Like value. Always value in this brush review series. That's what it's all about for me, is whether or not am I getting what I paid for. And with the Frank's G9, I got it in spades. 7's a great score. I'm very happy with it. Take care, guys. I'll see you next time.